Welcome to Monday Momentum on Communicate to Lead. I'm Kele Belton. And if you're a woman in leadership ready to step into your full potential, you are in the right place. If you're listening to this episode on the day it drops, you might be coming off a long weekend, maybe even some real time away. So today is about something almost no one talks about strategically, how you come back. Here's the moment I'm talking about. You have been away, a vacation, a holiday weekend, a few days off you genuinely needed. It is your first morning back. You open your laptop, and before you have even read a single message, you feel your shoulders tighten. The unread count is sitting there, and already, before you know anything about what is waiting for you, the apology is forming in your head. You want to say something like, "So sorry for the delay. Apologies for being out. Sorry, just catching up now." You have done nothing wrong, by the way. You took that time that was yours to take. But somewhere in the re-entry, you start communicating as though you owe everyone an explanation for having been a full human being with a life outside of work. Here's what you need to know. The way you come back sets the tone for how your absence is read. And you have far more control over that than you think. Here's the pattern I see with women leaders returning from time away. The instinct is to soften the re-entry with apology, to signal that you were missed, that you are sorry for any inconvenience, that you are racing to catch up. The problem is what that signals. When you open with an apology, you frame your time away as a problem you created, and you quietly tell the room that being unavailable, even legitimately, is something you should answer for. And here's the part worth sitting with. Because the apology is not really about wording, it is buying you something. It preempts the judgment you are afraid is coming, and it softens the guilt of having rested while the work waited. That is why the habit is so hard to break. You aren't apologizing because you lack the better words. You are apologizing because it feels safer. So this is your permission to stop paying that particular tax. You don't owe an apology for a life outside of work. But your time off is not a lapse, and it was not a favor someone granted you. It was a normal, healthy part of a sustainable working life. So the reframe is this. You are not returning with a debt to repay. You are returning with capacity to direct. The conversation is not, "I'm sorry I was gone." Rather, here is what it's all about. Here's where I'm focusing now that I'm back. Leading your reentry with direction instead of apology works because it changes what people associate with your absence. Think of it this way. Imagine two people walking into a meeting a few minutes after it has started. The first comes in already apologizing, head down, whispering sorry as she finds his chair. The whole room shifts to reassure her. The second takes her seat, catches the thread of the conversation, and adds something useful. Same level of lateness, same room, completely different read. One made her entrance about the disruption. The other made it about what she brought once she arrived. Your first day back is that entrance. When you apologize, you draw attention to the gap. When you direct, you draw attention to your command of what happens next. The strategy is a small language shift on your first day back. Instead of opening your messages and conversations with an apology, open with orientation. So instead of, "So sorry for the delay, I'm just catching up," try, "I'm back and getting oriented. Here's what I'm prioritizing first." One asks for forgiveness, the other communicates control. If "here's what I'm focusing on this week" feels more natural to your voice, that works too. The point is not the exact words. The point is that you lead with where you are headed, not with regret for where you have been. Use the AI prompt in the show notes to find the version that sounds most like you. So here's your action step for this week. The next time you return from time away, even a single day, notice the urge to apologize before you act on it. Then catch one message you were about to open with "sorry" and rewrite it to open with your focus instead. One message, one shift, and notice how differently you feel after hitting send. If Monday Momentum is giving you strategies you can use right now, follow the show so you never miss an episode. And if you are ready to stop navigating your leadership growth alone, book a leadership strategy call. The link is in the show notes, and we can talk about where you are, where you want to go, and what it would take to get you there. Remember, rest is not something you have to apologize for. How you come back is a leadership decision, and it is yours to make. And that is your Monday Momentum, my friend. I will see you on Thursday. trust your voice and lead with confidence.